Welcome to A Course in Business Miracles. This is Heather Dominick, creator of businessmiracles.com and founder and leader of the highly sensitive entrepreneur movement. Join me today for some genuine practical assistance and a business-altering and life-changing experience, a business miracle. This is A Course in Business Miracles, episode number 70, Life Purpose Philosophy. Join me as I share how I recognized my life purpose philosophy and guide you to do the same. For highly sensitive entrepreneurs, this is what most likely is at the core of your calling and what drives you to be in business in the first place. Very first memories, if not my very first memory, is from when I was probably somewhere between 2 and 3 years old. And I'm in my crib, in my room, in the apartment that my parents lived in here in Saratoga Springs. And I remember standing up in my crib, and I had my hands on the top bar of the crib, and there was a window to the right, and the sun was coming in the window. And there were like sheer kind of ivory curtains, and they were kind of blowing in a breeze and drifting in. And I remember reaching for the light and wanting the light. And then the next thing that I remember is that I'm being scooped up off the floor and being rushed out of the apartment and down the stairs because it was a second floor apartment. And the way that the story was told to me many times after is that I was trying to crawl out of my crib and crashed onto the floor, and as a result, knocked my 2 front teeth that had just barely started to come in up into my gums, and blood everywhere. And then my mother having to come in and pick up a screaming child and rush her out of the apartment and down the stairs and to the hospital. And as a result, I didn't have front teeth until I was in 2nd grade when I had to go to the dentist and traumatically, as a highly sensitive child, not knowing that she was highly sensitive, had to have my gums dug out so that my teeth could actually grow in. But that's not why I'm telling you this story. Because what's interesting is I don't remember it that way. That's what was told to me. But what I remember is I remember being very peaceful and reaching for the light. And then the next thing I knew, I was being scooped up. Actually, I don't even really remember that part. The next part kind of flashes to going through our living room because I remember everything moving backwards, because my mother must have had me over her shoulder. So I'm seeing our apartment moving backwards, and I feel very calm because I am connected to the light. But obviously, my physical body was having a very different experience, as per was told to me so many years later. The next memory that I have, if not one of my following memories, is I'm in nursery school. And the nursery school that I went to was out in an area towards Hartford, which is beyond heading east of Saratoga Springs towards Vermont. And it was in a big farmhouse, I remember. And you kind of drove up into this U-type driveway in front of a big porch, and you walked into this big warm house. And so if I was probably 3, maybe 4, going on 4, and so it would have been 1973 or 4 or 5. So I don't know, might not have even been a legal nursery school. Maybe it was just a place that I was dropped off to be cared for by this older woman who lived in this bigger house with all of these other kids. I don't know. But what I remember, one of my memories, is being in nursery school and rallying the other nursery school students because I had something to teach them. And we did not have time for mat naps or apple juice and little Dixie cups. We had to learn about dance and the arts, and I don't know why I felt like I needed to teach dance and the arts, but somehow I had picked up on that somewhere and felt that it was very important. And I remember really lining everyone up, and we all had to be in a certain spot in a certain order, and they needed to really be taking in this very important information. This is all before 5, both memories. So my life has pretty much been those 2 memories playing out over and over again, reaching for the light, being beckoned by the light, and then being crashed down by the physical pull of the earth and physical being experience, and then needing to teach others all about it. And so it's really these 2 incidents, these 2 moments in my early life that bring me here to be with each of you. It is my ongoing life purpose philosophy to be consistently committed to the truth, reaching for the truth. No matter how many times I am crashed down to the ground, and though my physical experience might be one of chaos and difficulty, there's an inner calm that keeps having me reaching for the truth. And so that life purpose philosophy to consistently be committed to reaching for the truth and my own ongoing evolution so that then I can share it with others who are also different and reaching for the light. And so I am here. So I have a sense that the moment I started to share my life purpose philosophy with you, that you began to think, what's my life purpose philosophy? So again, for me, it is a commitment to the truth. And through that consistent commitment to the truth, a commitment to my own evolution, and then sharing it with others who are different so that they can also evolve. It's a thing that no matter how much I try to not do it, it just keeps showing up. I keep coming back to to doing this. And not just as a business, in every experience, in my marriage, in my relationships with my family, my relationship with my team, how I go to the grocery store. It just is the thing that pulls me. So this is not from your head. This is not about perfect language or wording. It's literally about taking a moment to connect in and get clear about what is it that has pulled you here. My high recommendation, simple. Simple. One word, one sentence, maybe two, incomplete, wrong grammar, doesn't matter, simple. Deep breath in and let it out. I'm setting the shared intention that this flows right through you and you allow what comes out to be okay. And take a moment and write that down now. Your life purpose philosophy is about why you are here in this life, here in this lifetime, here in this body, here in this being. Your heart knows. Your heart knows. If you need to, tell your mind it can drop into your heart like the sand in an hourglass. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it flow. Your heart knows. And just start to wrap up if you're still writing. For now, I will not handcuff you and hold you to this life purpose philosophy. Just let it be for now. And deep breath in and let it out. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of A Course in Business Miracles. If you're ready to learn how to use your highly sensitive abilities to support you in being purposeful, profitable, and empowered rather than scattered, poor, and undervalued, take my free self-quiz to find out if you are indeed a highly sensitive entrepreneur.
And if you are, along with your quiz results, you'll receive my free HSE Success Guide, which will teach you how to have your highly sensitive abilities working for you to create the results you desire in your business. Take the quiz and receive your free success guide now at www.hsequiz.com.